Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my reaction to the 7th episode of Ryuuou no Oshigoto. So, in the last episode, Yaitu received the greatest massage ever in the history of mankind, before it was interrupted by a very jealous Ginkgo. And, as kind of a side note, he was also training in the ranging rook way to defeat a very specific opponent. So, he also was able to begin his rematch with that same person, although the match didn't end yet, so we should get the conclusion. Well, I'm sure we'll get the conclusion to that match in this episode, so 3, 2, 1, play. Yep, pretty much where we left off. Come on, you can do this, man. Don't let him psych you out. Meijin is watching. Meijin-sama ga miteru. Oh, off with the glasses. He is serious. And that is a face. I didn't know he could enter the Matrix, but that's pretty cool. Like, completely cut off the audio, too. At least he seems to have found it, so things should go well then. We'll have to find out after the opening, though. You guys lost. That massage scene really is what stands out in my head the most from last episode. And she's kind of taking a back seat as far as the show goes lately. I 2.0. Like, I don't think she was even really in last episode, was she? I mean, even Ginkgo got a little bit of screen time. Because she's the lolly fun ruiner. Dear 10-year-old me. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. We learned about that during one of Aya's matches, I think. I think it was against Ginkgo. Not touching you, that's for sure. I mean, unless you're stuck, 1 minute should be enough for a professional. Though I'm kind of talking out of my ass because I don't play shogi, but... But nonetheless, the music gets me really into the matches. And I just gotta wait for the audible gasps to know what's going on. Yeah. Like right now, he has the upper hand. That was the most knocked off balance I've seen that guy be. Like, he consistently acts like everything's going as according to plan. Yeah, I couldn't tell. Yes. Yes, thank you for defeating me. Oh wow, that's impressive. To create a three-way, I'm sure it is. You know, I, Ginkgo, and Yaichi. Jeez. I don't think that's humanly possible, honestly, but I'll roll with it. I hadn't noticed. Yeah. Know what you wanted to hear, I'm sure. Yeah, they were gonna finish up that match that quickly. They could have just done it last episode instead of trying to cliffhanger us. Yeah, that's a problem. Unfortunately, not everyone has talent for shogi. You know, like Yaichi does. Or I. So that's what they're calling it these days. But wow, she really is serious about this. Man, if I was a doujinshi writer, I don't know, Ginkgo might be able to. Well, I don't think anyone does. But are we gonna get more into her backstory? He clearly failed. Apparently 10-year-old self's referring to her. That classic red backpack there. That was a time skip. Yeah. Well, you're kind of in a rush now. Doesn't always work that way, unfortunately. Yeah, I and I. What? I mean, that'd be a plot twist if it came from Planet Shogi. You also beat I, so that probably counts for something. That's a pretty big difference between the two of you. Sticking with this metaphor. Just get an astronaut suit, you'll be fine. Yeah, she can't have him be alone with all those lollies. Wow, that's a interesting way to look at it. Like a dress-up doll. Yeah. You can still make good use of them. The music. Yeah, I'm sure that has a lot to do with it too. Okay, please stop shaking me. I do hope that things work out for her, though. It's not very sharp. Maybe you could add fire to it or something? Elemental enchantment. Oh, a letter. Is that a letter from her past self, like a time capsule type thing? Why, is he too ashamed of you? But yeah, this really is a her focus episode. That got his attention. Keiko, yeah, I totally knew her name. uh, there's I. Well, yeah, lots riding on this now. No handicap. Yeah, the music really is on point with the series. uh, yeah. Who better to warm up for I than I, really? And that's throwing that shade. Yeah, she definitely seems more confident than she did before. Hopefully she can do this. I don't want to see that woman cry. Interesting. That got under her skin. I don't know why I had difficulty saying the word under. Yeah, I know, right? She's clearly rattled. Off-board tactics. I don't know much about shogi, but you do have to stay on the board, don't you? Though, I mean... Yep. She's here to win. She's not hitting the titles down hard enough, but she should still win nonetheless. Was the issue her confidence, really? I thought so. Yeah, you're supposed to be polite. Man, it was like chewing glass getting her to say that. But yeah, good job, Keika. But now you have the next eye to face off against. But at least she's a nice and polite one. And there's the salty one. But will this go as well? Oh. Good old ranging rook, back to that. Lucid in spirit, what? Uh, her horse. Not her horse. Give it water. It should be fine. So we are still dealing with that. Because that was another plot element from last episode, I think. I mean, because if you don't want to hurt your opponent, you're not going to play as well. Yeah, and she's once again playing against someone she cares about. There you go. That's important. You never should want to lose. Are we getting back to the special eye emotions? There we go, Ko. I've been waiting for that. It feels like forever since we've gotten that. Oh no! You can't get anywhere without him. Wow, she really is going for it. But still, it's still anyone's game. Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell. Those eyes. You can only be so furious when slightly moving tiles on a board, but I know what you mean. You could go full Yu-Gi-Oh! And have giant projections of the tile pieces. That's not to exaggerate too much. But yeah, definitely a really cool shot there. Doing a lot of panning up shots of Keika. I love that so much. Yeah, in other words, you're old. Just don't throw away your horse. That's very sad. uh, I'll believe you. Probably, yeah. Okay, so it is what I thought it was. We're finally going to find out what was in the letter. Hopefully you're married by now. A little bit pitiful, but... Poor child. Don't do that, then you'd have no place in this anime. If you don't succeed, I will travel into the future and kill you. Yeah, so don't lose. The man eye looks serious. Not as frozen as Ginkgo's, I'm sure. I just love some of those shots. Do you not get tired, I? I mean, you don't really have to apologize for that. And even Ginkgo's there. Slap. No, she wouldn't do that. It was pretty good, it was. And yeah, she's crying anyway. At least she beat I 2.0, that's something. Quick, hide it. Wow, dude. Yeah, you did say that. No, just read this newspaper. His handwriting is terrible. Oh, he's a fast reader. uh... Person that cleans tiles, I'll take anything. It's a nice shot as well. Jeez. Man, even he's tearing up. I don't know, but I almost teared up as well there. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think she would. There might be, but there might not. No, he's already taking responsibility for I. No, already taken. Oh, wow. Are you serious, man? He just came out with that. Ginkgo's my true love. Shogi. I knew she'd say that. That's also nice. So that was the 7th episode, of Ryuuou no Oshigoto. And this episode, it was completely a Keika-focused episode. We've gotten little bits and pieces of her here and there, kind of setting up her struggles and everything. This is the first episode where we really dived into it. We got her backstory and everything. And her big issue is she wants to become a female pro player. And is having difficulty with that, kind of reaching the age limit of becoming one. And yeah, she had a match with Ginkgo, trying to gauge whether she's gotten better or not. And I think she said she was weaker than before. And although she's gained more knowledge since then, she's still become weaker. I think the main issue with her was just kind of she didn't really have a style of her own. She just kind of copy pasted other people's knowledge and try to apply that in whatever situations like would call for it. Like I don't play shogi, so this is a little difficult for me to talk about, but that's the gist of it. That's the gist of it as far as I got, like mostly a state of mind kind of issue. Not the whole, Ginkgo, please do more research with me, like give me a month of your time. Like more research it's not gonna help her problem. I know that much. But yeah, we got more into her backstory. She found a letter written from her 10-year-old self to her 20-year-old self that she's reading as her 25-year-old self. So that's fun. But yeah, she made some kind of ultimatum like, hey, if I don't, do well at that thing, I'll totally quit the training school. But she didn't do that because she loved shogi, as we found out later in the episode. But she faced up against the two eyes. She beat one of the eyes, which was fun. But she lost against the other eye. And we were a bit reminded of Ai's whole issue about, she kind of made one of her friends cry because she beat her at shogi. So that was still a little bit on her mind, but she seemed like she mostly got over that. And you even had her one friend, her name escapes me, but you know which one I'm talking about. Mio, I want to say her name is. She apologized for what happened. I mean, I don't think she should have to apologize, but it's nice that she did. Because you don't really want to make someone feel bad for beating you. Like, that's obviously wasn't her intention, but you don't want to do that if you can avoid it. But anyway, so yeah, that's how that went. Keika's much better off than she was, like, when the episode ended, Keika's much better off mentally than she was when it began. That's probably the real takeaway from this. She kind of reaffirmed her love of shogi. Like, she wants to be involved in shogi one way or the other. That is her one true love. And speaking of which, that ending scene was funny. It was funny because it was the whole, hey, if I don't become a female pro player, you'll take responsibility and marry me, right? Because it was very reminiscent of what the situation with Ai and Ai's mother, the agreement they made on that front. Although, Yaichi was a lot more excited about it in this case. Because I knew he liked Keika. He wasn't super subtle about that, but I didn't think he would, jump at the opportunity like, yes, I'll totally take responsibility. I'll marry you in a heartbeat. Like, he was a little bit less... he was a little bit less more shameless with that than I thought he would be. But it was quite funny, but alas, he is not her one true love, so it will never be. He'll have to settle for Ai. I wouldn't call that settling personally, because I would gladly take Ai over Keika, but it comes down to personal preference. And apparently Yaichi is one of the best shogi players, in existence, according to Ginkgo, on Planet Shogi Alien, whatever she called him. So that was interesting. That was a very interesting conversation. But yeah, like I said before, I'm a little bit surprised how quickly they finished up that one shogi match. Like, if they were gonna finish it off that quickly, they might as well just finish it off last episode. The only reason they didn't is probably just because they wanted that cliffhanger. So I don't really like artificial cliffhangers like that. It bothers me a little bit, but aside from that, it was a great episode. Actually got a little bit emotional. Slightly near the end there with the conversation between Keika and her father or grandfather, whatever he was. But in any case, thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.